Elizabeth Linton here. Today I'm going to talk about transferring weight in place, in other words, on the spot. We're going to break the topic down into three distinct phases. First, floor pressure, then hip action, and finally, body action. Are you ready? Here we go.
Alright guys, so we've practiced our correct stance and we're standing correctly. Before we do anything, we always think about standing correctly. We're going to do our first exercise now, transferring our weight in place and learning a little bit about floor pressure. So, a floor pressure is to push down on the floor to make you go up. So, any rise that you're going to do starts from the floor. So, in this first exercise, transferring weight from one foot to the other, in place. So we're not traveling anywhere, we're just staying right here. So we're going to start and you're going to push down to the floor through the first foot that you want to change weight on. So we push down through the floor. Me, I'm doing my right foot. Come up, transfer your weight across to your left foot, lower the heel to the floor, squeezing it as if there's a great big ball underneath you, something that you have to push down hard with. And again, so we rise up on that same foot. This is the left foot that I rise on. And then I squeeze down on my right, rise on my right, and squeeze down on my left, rise on my left, and squeeze down on my right. Now, common mistakes that I see when people try to rise is to rise through the body. So do this. Believe me, the only way that you are going to get your body to go up is to push down. So we're going to push down on the foot, transfer the weight, and lower the heel on the other side. Push down on the standing leg, lower the heel, and come down on the other side. Now, if you find it difficult to balance, you can grab a chair or something to lean on, like we have here, so that you can give yourself a little bit of balance. So what are we doing? We push down on the standing foot, change our weight, and lower on the other foot. Push down on the standing leg, lower the heel, squeeze it down to the floor. Beautiful. Let me do it on the side so that you can see. So I push down on the standing leg, I transfer my weight to the other side, and I squeeze the leg to the floor. Push down, so I'm actually completely 100% on the foot I'm standing on. Change legs completely to this side and lower the heel to the floor. Obviously, we don't need to lift our foot up like this, but this is just to show you that we completely 100% on one leg or the other leg. Fantastic, great job. Keep practicing. All right, guys, we're up to the next step. We're going to add, through our floor pressure, we're going to add a hip action. So the hip action actually is really quite simple to make happen. Now, remember we talked about in our correct stance having our feet with a little bit of natural turnout. Here's where it will really help. I want you to rise the leg or the heel of one foot. Now on that foot, what I want you to do is I want you to relax the knee inwards so that you're on the inside edge of that toe. Now you can feel that your hip is actually opened up. Now if you were parallel and you did this, you're going to get some torque in that knee. You're going to get a little bit of tension. So please just have those feet a little bit of turnout, just comfortable. And we'll roll across here. So now we're actually in a straight position. So building on what we already know. So we push down in the foot. We transfer weight to the other leg. Squeeze the heel to the floor. Now we allow the knee to come across. Push down into the floor. Transfer your weight. Squeeze down into the floor. Allow the knee to come across. Push down and across. Now you notice that the hip action happens because we're actually getting ready to move to our next step. This is called a settling action. So we're going to settle in our hip. Push down, transfer, settle. Push down, transfer and settle. There is no force into the action. It is all quite natural, allowing the hips to swing. I'll do it sideways for you. So I'm going to push down, lower the heel, allow the hip to come across, the knee to come across. Push down, Lower the heel, allow the knee to come across. Push down, lower the heel, allow the knee to come across. Push down, lower, knee. Great job. Go have a practice before we come to our third and final stage. All right, guys, so we've now learned about floor pressure. We've now learned about hip action. Now we're going to add a little bit of body action into here. And the reason we do this is we don't want to pop up. We don't want to touch the ceiling. We don't want to see that rise happening. So what we're going to do is the timing of it all, we're going to add a little contraction in our stomach as we do our rise. So we're here in our starting position, body up nice and tall, and weight over the front of our feet. Settle into the hip. Now rise up onto the left foot, but as you do, I want you to push your hip forward and contract in that body to change sides. Squeeze down the heel and allow the knee to come across. Contract, push down and hip. Contract and hip. This will give you a figure 8 feeling. Fantastic. Of course, you don't need the chair. I love it. Great job, guys. Keep up the good work. Keep practicing. Get yourself in a mirror. Have yourself a chair and give it a go. Well, I hope this has been helpful for you. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the topic. Feel free to add your comments. Also, if you'd like a live class with me, you can join me at Elizabeth Linton Dance and Fitness Studio on powerhow.com, where all you need is a Wi-Fi and a webcam. Till next time, this is Elizabeth wishing you happy dancing.